tough one, you know, and it has so many connotations to this. And I'll be very honest with you. One of the things that I learned from Dr. Afarijan, when it comes to election preparation, he said, election is a process. It doesn't start on December 7th. It starts from the moment you decide that you are going to have an election on a certain date. That's where the readiness and the preparedness starts from. And any rule or any action that goes against the rules of engagement is considered as irregularities. These are the two things that I learned during the election petition when he was talking. Juxtaposing this to the realities on the ground today, is the Electoral Commission ready? First and foremost, Senator, with this particular December 7th election, the process started immediately. Akufo-Addo became the sitting president of Ghana. Indeed, he masterminded the ousting of Charlotte Osei as part of the process leading to December 7th. So from the get-go, we know how the process started. And actions that have evolved as a result of that have spoken volumes as to what we should expect on December 7th. We have an electoral commissioner that comes to office and decides to run down everything that she inherited from her predecessor, judging from the fact that she came from an ill-fated state of situation, because Charlotte Osei, first of all, did nothing wrong, but was ousted, and documents have proven from the United States here that indeed it was primarily to engineer the win of Akufo-Addo. So that is the process that we've been going through all this period. That is the desperation we've seen all this while. That is the reason why there are so many things that doesn't make sense, but still it has been done. This is what we have to be ready of. These are the realities that we have to deal with. Okay? Right now, as we speak, Senator, we have an electoral commissioner that says that they are going to declare the results within 24 hours. Are you serious? Madam Short, what's her name? Jane Mensah. Are you serious? You see, Senator, in as much as she came in as an ignorant person, as extremely inexperienced, and I'm not just saying it, her actions have proven that she's extremely inexperienced and really incompetent together with her deputies. If you want to use the limited registration as the basis, or the entire registration system, it exposed the flaws. I recall, I hope you watched the video of, what do you call it, the baptism of fire that most general Asedin Kete gave to them in that meeting, exposing the flaws, the basic things that they should have known that they had no clue of. Okay? Flashback. Let's run a little bit. Are we ready? How prepared are we? The electoral commissioner. The referendum. We saw what happened during the referendum process. Broad day robbery. Broad day robbery. People printing ballot, thumb printing, putting the box. We saw the irregularities that happened. The irregularities that happened during the referendum. Is this the preparedness we are taking to December 7th? Is this what we intend to move to December 7th with? These are the people that they want to declare the results within 24 hours, that they are telling us to be ready. That this is what they believe in, this is what they are bringing to the table. Fast forward, Senator, you recall the registration. They were advised on several grounds that, look, the argument you've put forward does not support the need for a new voters register. They did not listen. As part of the process, as part of what they intend doing, they still went ahead, and as a result of that, we saw instances where names, over 150,000 names, whatever was missing, within 24 hours, the names came back. Within 24 hours, the names came back. And that is Madame Jane Mensah for you, the person that she wants us to believe that she is ready, and for that matter, Ghana is ready for the election. Look at the kind of human resource that they do have. And look at the inconsistencies from her own self. This is the woman that when she came to office, she said that manual verification is a recipe for disaster of Ghana and the need for a new voters register. That's the woman for you. She said it will be very chaotic and she will not supervise, and it will not be under her leadership that Ghana will go down that way. And therefore, manual verification is not credible and will not be seen. It should be cancelled thoroughly. As we speak today, on December 7th, we are going to have manual verification. We are going to have manual verification. So you see the Eve with the apple in the hand being controlled by the serpent who convinced her to have the apple. You see the chronology? The serpent himself at the Flagstaff house came with the apple, handed over to Eve. And this is what Eve is doing. This is what we face today. The credibility is gone. Can we trust the electoral commissioner, or can we trust the EC to be the referee that we expect them to be and deliver free, credible elections for Ghana? No. You telling us that you are going to declare results in 24 hours. Excuse my friends, are you high? Have you taught the entire country? Have you studied the history? Look at Afram Plains. Look at the time that result comes from Afram Plains. Have you thought through that? What infrastructure do you have or you put in place to ensure that results are delivered within 24 hours? Can the madam herself tell us that every police station, every material will be there on time? Can madam assure us that all machines will have backup systems? Can madam assure us that no one will be disenfranchised on December 7th? As we speak, 30,000 names have been deleted, and those people don't even know why. They don't even know. As to whether the number will balloon on that day, we can't tell, because they've already put at the back of our heads that 30,000 persons have been deleted. So how do we trace these 30,000 people? Where and which police stations? So that our agents can also be in the know that, okay, maybe Damango Primary A, 6 people were deleted. And therefore, if watch out for 6 people that may come in and they will be returned. If it exceeds, then you have a cause to be worried. You don't have that statistics right now. But all we know is that 30,000 names have been deleted. So one police station can choose to say that 126 people have been were turned down based on the 30,000 people. And that particular police station would have to just adjust and accept, because at the back of their mind, they placed in there that this is what is to be expected. Can you, multiply that number to the over 30,000 police stations? We are in for a disaster. We are in for a disaster from this Madam Jane Mensah that we cannot trust. You want to be in a rush to call elections, but your registration, your limited registration, even as of last month, the voters register was not still not certified. It was not a final register, and here you are. You want to be quick to call an election. What is the rush for? Where is Ghana running to? Any good manager, any good statistician, any good leader would be humble, would be peaceful, would show maturity. You see, sometimes, Senator, there's one thing they call the spirit and the letter. There's always a reason why laws are made, conditions that surround it. But sometimes the conditions may be quite different to a point where maturity and experience then comes in. Maturity and then experience comes in. That is where best judgment comes in as a leader. But you sit here with all your flaws that you've not been able to fix, with all the discrepancies, with all the mistrust. Here, you jump on board and say you're going to declare results within 24 hours. 3-phase that they put out. Emotional police station to the constituency level, where they will tabulate the results. It gets to regional level, they will do a whole recount of everything, and then before it gets to national level. So these are the 3 lines that they put in place, Senna. Basically, I am telling you, Senna, if you know the system very well, what is connotes, where you have to pay attention is, now, I'll get to the part where, from the side of NDC, our strength is the police station. If it exceeds the police, if anything slips us by at the police station, we are down and out. If anything slips us by at the police station, we are down and out, because from that level, when the data moves from the police station, we cannot control everything that moves up, because then it is in the hands of those with power. It will be in the hands of those with power. Our next bet will be those who will be at the very strong room. If it is at the regional level and it's at the national level, those that are going to be there are the ones that our fate and destiny will be in their hands. But let's put that aside. Why would you put in three-phase? Why would you put in three-phase? If you have an infrastructure, mind you, Sana, this is a biosystem. This is a biosystem. And with the biosystem, when it's captured, it's supposed to be final. When your system is captured, it is final. If the BPR says that 665 people voted at Limpasan Primary A, so it is. Ideally, yes, so it is. And any time that you have manual hands deciding the result of a system or of a computer, what it basically means that there is the possibility of a compromise. And this is what we are going to face. And for me, I centered this at the regional level. The regional level where they said the whole thing is going to be recounted again. That is where the juju and tricks will happen. That is where the juju and tricks will happen. Judge, put that aside. Which constituencies, which regions will be the deciding factor for which you think that you can call a result within 24 hours? Which regions have you put at the back of your mind that these regions are the regions that when it comes in, then it means that it is what it is? Are you using Ashanti region as the basis? Are you using the statistics from Ashanti region to be the basis? Is that the reason why you feel that you can go ahead and call the result? Well, also, will she be able to determine, to control, and tell or draw a line as to which regions will come first, followed by the other? Do they have a system in place that can deliberately delay some of the results from the regions and manipulate it in a way that they will trickle in a certain line? Possible. Senna, very possible. From a technical standpoint, it is very possible. It's done all the time. So for me, Senna, Madame Jane Mensah has placed Ghana in a state where if care is not taken, Ghana will be inferno, like the Ghana Commercial Bank. What happened? That is what she's cooking for. That is what she's cooking for. And you see, you judge people based on their demeanor, leadership, their demeanor, how they handle issues, their level of sincerity, their level of purity, the genuineness. That's how you determine whether this referee is somebody that when he's on the pitch, you can really be confident that he'll play fair, or he or she will play fair. Appiah also by election. The serpent himself disagreed with the reports that came from a Milchot Commission. Ask yourself, Madame Jane Mensah, she had her officials there. They were the coordinators of the elections. They were the officials of the elections. Jane Mensah told the commission that as long as she's concerned, no men with masks showed up. It was peaceful, it was fair and transparent. That's what she told the people, a Milchot Commission. That is what Jane Mensah told a Milchot Commission. Even when one of the justices said, look, have you read the reports from Cordeo? She said, the report that I received states that. So you ask yourself, if it isn't true, if it wasn't true, why would you have been invited to sit there? What would have occasioned the essence for that committee to be put together for you to come and ask her questions and for you to deny everything? What else wouldn't she deny on December 7th? What else wouldn't she deny on December 7th? You are going to the pitch where, Senna, the referee has already told you, I don't like you. The referee has already told you that you are a threat. And here I am talking about Dr. Sribo. He looked straight in the eyes of NDC and said, you guys are a threat to democracy. And I am the referee here. Who would want to accommodate a threat? When you have a threat, you quarantine it or you kill it. So in the mind of the EC official, the deputy EC, this is how he sees NDC. I don't like you. You are a threat. For whatever reason, with no basis whatsoever, I just don't like you. Unfortunately, he is the referee that will be on the pitch to decide who wins the election on December 7th. Should Ghanaians be ready to put their faith in the hands of Jane Mensah and Dr. Sribo? Can we trust them to be able to deliver a credible system for all of us to know that indeed this is something that we can be happy about? That you want to declare a result within 24 hours. Have you ever, even with your by-election, you couldn't? Even with your registration, you couldn't do this on time. You have to open it 1, 2, 3 times. And now you want to do this on election day? So let me get into some of the processes. What time are they supposed to report? I think it's 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, right? All the ballot boxes are placed. The officials are there and ready. From that time, from 7 to 5 p.m., that is a time of which people can be in a queue. After 5 p.m., you cannot join the queue. Now, when you're in the queue, it's even 8:30 p.m., and as you know, for whatever reason, if the system goes down, of which it is normal, of which it is expected, for whatever happens at the very police station, even let's put in the instance of a force majeure, you've not put in all these factors. You've not put in all these factors. What if there's some, a misunderstanding at certain police stations, and for that matter, it has to be put on hold? Do you have that control? Have you anticipated that? Are you smart enough? See why she's so unintelligent and inexperienced? You see why she's so inexperienced? That you sit in your office and what you project is what you think it's meant to happen or supposed to happen. And a lot of things happen from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sometimes the boxes even comes late because the police, for whatever reason, either traffic or what, so many things do happen. Have you factored all these things to be able to come and say you're going to declare results in 24 hours? So you see how incompetent she is? And this is the person that she's going to declare results, going to be the referee. An ignorant person like that, Jane Mensah and Dr. Sribo, now telling us that we moved so far. Every system that you put in place has been flawed. A flawed infrastructure is what we have. We are going to have election with a manual verification system. I can tell you that, Senator, the BBRs, a lot of them will malfunction without any, backups. You watch. Because it showed up during the registration time. What have they done to convince us? What have they put in place? What have they explained to the various political parties to think that, okay, all is set and we are ready, good to go? And for that matter, yes, it is possible for you to declare results within 24 hours. Have you thought about everything? So it tells you the intention, Senator. It tells you the intention, a cooked mind already, what they intend to do. They have their own results in their head. They expect the things to go in a certain way, and therefore it will give them an advantage to be able to call the results in 24 hours. But, Senator, it doesn't lie within their mouth and their strength to make that decision whether the election results should be called within 24 hours. If it will be done, then it means the NDC itself has given room for that to happen. And here, Senator, let me speak here as a strategist. Okay, look at this thing carefully. Let's look at it let's use soccer, for example. If the NPP had their own way, they will gain 3 points without playing the match. That's what they want. That's what they're looking for.
Of course, everybody
However, they can't play. Yes, unfortunately, they can't play outside the rules. So they have to conform. You have to be on the pitch and play. They have to be on the pitch. They don't want to be on the pitch. But the system does not allow you to play outside the pitch. So they have to be on the pitch. Now here, NDC would have to align. Okay, you align. Basically what it is that you look at the laid down procedures and then you make sure that you go ahead of the system. You take advantage of every step of the way. If it is 30 procedures, make sure that you are ahead of every step from 0 to 30 sharp. It will depend on the NDC when they get on the pitch on December 7th. When the NPP shows on the pitch on December 7th, judging that you have a referee that is always holding red card, no yellow card, no caution, no warning, quick to show you red card, even when you've not done anything. You have to be careful of all that. These are the sensitive parts of what you have to deal with.
Okay.
NDC, Senator, please, if this will be my last submission, please let me just go on. If the NDC will decide that, okay, out of the rules it says that we can only provide 11 players on the pitch. 11 players on the pitch. Out of the rules, it says that you can only have 2 polling agents at a point in time. Out of these players that you're going out there with, do you have the best strikers? Can you trust your defenders to protect the poles so that your goalkeeper will be safe after all the training and all the investment? Are you going to strike? Are you going to play defense? All these things will be determined by the NDC. Everything will be determined by the NDC. If they want to call within 24 hours, we should call it between. We should have a system that will be able to go ahead within 24 hours and say that we will break this by 12 hours. Let's break hours down to 12 hours, because if 24 hours doesn't make sense, 12 hours also shouldn't make sense. If 24 hours makes sense, 12 hours should also make sense. That is what we have to go on the offensive. What do we have to lose? Because these people, they have nothing to lose. They would bury everyone just to make sure that they protect their booty. That is the whole game plan. The motivation, the sacrifices, the bravado and the aggression, everything that they put in, it is just to protect what they've stolen, what they've ripped from the people. That is what this is all about. And you see, Senator, in conclusion, I'll conclude very soon. I will just say this to President Mahama, that, Mr. President, for the very first time, we have seen the masses that never had that capacity to put down a proposal to earn a contract, to be able to walk to the Flagstaff House, to be able to say that this is my brother, my sister, my uncle, and therefore, Mr. President, can you help me? These are people that has never had any contact whatsoever with you. But they decided that based on trust and the love they have for you, they are going to put their hands in their pocket and pull their monies to pay for a filing fee. It speaks volumes of the trust they have in you, Mr. President. It speaks volume of what they expect from you. Your leadership will be tested on December 7th as to what your decision would be. Judging that we know that we are up against these people, that they are here to rape. It is already established. We know it is no history. Therefore, we can't go back and tell anybody that it was rigged. It will be totally incompetent on our part, the NDC's part, to say that they rigged it, because we are aware of it. So, Mr. President Mahama would have to make that call. Okay. That would you sit down and watch the people that have trusted you, that have fought, stood by you and the NDC, people who are not even diehard NDC members, sacrificed for us to get to this point, for us to do Famanyami. Are we going to have that thing done? And to our party chairman as well, Senator, please let me just say, because look, December 7th, it's everything we have to lose. If we allow these people 4 more years, we should just consider ourselves as refugees. We should consider the future generation as lost. People who will be refugees in their own country, they will have nothing. They've mortgaged everything. Check all the funds. They've dissipated and mortgaged everything. Everything is gone. These are jail-bound people. But once again, they are trusting the NDC to salvage Ghana. That is what they are looking out for. And here, our party chairman, Mr. Fusan Pofu, would also have to make that call. After all the sweat and toil, all the way from AFRC, PNDC, NDC, all the soldiers that we've lost over the years, this is the defining moment where it has to be counted that indeed everything that everybody put in, that the loss of Jerry, the loss of other comrades will not be in vain, will not be compromised. But it is not our call. It's still the call of leadership. Okay. It is still the call of leadership. We will stand with the NDC. We support everything. But Senator, December 7th is Ghana ready. Security-wise, here we are. Okay, let me round up. You saw the video of those unprofessional guys running their mouth, warning people that if you come out there, you will see what is going to happen to you. And I can tell you, Senator, I had someone call from Volta Radio saying that, look, the old folks don't even want to go out on election day to vote because it reminds them of what happened during the military era. So all of a sudden, that fear is in the minds and hearts of our people in the Volta region. And it's part of the intimidation tactics that they are using. Who will go out there on December 7th and show these people that you can come out and nothing will happen to you? Because the IGP is not credible. The IGP is the one that superintended over what happened at Ayawaso. He has not come out to apologize. He has not come out to give us reasons for us to believe that this time around it's going to be different. Telling people to shave their beard and put on uniform with their names means nothing. It means nothing. It's their actions. It is their actions that will speak volumes.
Okay.
How professional, how genuine are the people you are going to put out there will be.
Okay.
So if you ask me, are we ready? Is Ghana prepared? All I will tell you that, Senna, we should be ready for the unknown because it's coming.
Okay.
Thank you very much.